Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd word of vowel, fish around flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. When they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my blue in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Cats and snapback. The fitted cats that we Nick dripping. It's real, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real talk.
Yo, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. What's going on, man? Salute everybody, man. We in the building, man. Divine Shot Powers. Knicks Real Talk, man. We in the building, man. All season Real Talk edition, episode 7. We in here. Good to see everybody, man. Salute everybody in the building. Thank y'all for coming in. We get it popping, man. Got some news out, some breaking news out here. Better not be breaking by now, but broke today. And all that good stuff. But first and foremost, let me bring my partner in the building, Shot Powers. What's good, my brother? What's going on with you?
And ain't nothing to do it, but to do it, Divine. You know how it is, man. Salute to the family and the chat. Salute to you, Divine, as always. You already know that.
Sure.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's get it.
Salute to the family in the chat. ODAP. Peace of the God, La Wife, on Dias, my man APAD, Crimzad, CD, APP, OD. You name it, they in the building. Rasul, what's popping? Salute to Rasul, man. Salute to everybody. Like I said, peace of the God, Allah wide, and everybody, man. Walter Blackman, what's good, my man? Good to see you. Shot Powers, man. What's good with you? How you doing? What's popping? Danny, I see you, my man. What's good? Salute. What's good, my brother? Talk to me.
Ain't that, man? I'm back to work. Vacation is over, and we got some good news today about Mikal getting signed. And he took a pay cut. What's better? Something to suck the air out of everything that's going on about about basketball right now and all the trades, all that stuff. The Knicks can hold the spotlight now for the next going into the weekend. This action that took place today of Mikal getting signed will suck up the whole basketball escapades this whole weekend, talking about Mikal getting signed and why they signed him and why they didn't sign him, why he didn't take this and he didn't do this and blah, blah, and all that other stuff. So the Knicks staying active and they staying in the thing, and it makes it easier for us to come out here and talk some good stuff. One before you even get on, me and Divine was coming on before this drop. Me and Divine came to where Divine asked me a time. I said about time back to him. We both said, let's go on at prime time. And look what happened when we go on prime time. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Divine.
Oh, it's all good, my brother. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, what's good? Wolverine was popping. Prezi the boss, of course, is in the building. Prezi was popping. Wolverine 1986 was good, my man. Hey, Shot Power, that was some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need to even play around with it. The New York Knicks took care of my man Mikal Bridges today, ladies and gentlemen. Pershant, Karina, there you go. Mikal Bridges, 4 years, $150 million, well deserved. They kept the band together. I'm excited about it. Continuity is everything to me. He earned that. Had numbers looked better than the year before. Went from 14 to 18 points a game, and so on and so on. Was a key cog in the wheel for this team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm excited to have him back here, man. He earned that, and I think knowing that, we know he in the fold with Anunoby, with Jalen Brunson, with my man Karl Anthony Towns. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Try to run it back again and try to get further this year. So I'm glad it happened for me, Shy Powell. I thought it was the right move. We need, like I said, we want to keep our team together like all these other teams who got champ, like Boston, like OKC. They keep their team together. They gel together. They build together. They go through their ups and downs, their peaks and valleys together. Then they wind up with that ring. And I think that's the next trajectory that we on. By signing this man, keeping our band together, them same things that them other teams done to get where they at right now. We expect the same thing. By having my man sign with us, so we can get ready to get back and dance a little bit, man. Try to get to this finals, man, and win this thing for the fan base.
Yeah, man. Like we were talking about in the background, Divine, that this is the caveat to all this. You know what I mean? This next year coming up, because now continuity would be here. This is majority of the same team with 3 great additions to the team. And Divine said it the best, man. Divine, Yabusele, Clarkson, and Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson will start the year with us. Start the year with us this year, healthy, either starting in the starting unit or coming off the bench in the second unit, however they devise or however they work it out or whatever. So, with that being said, we got 3 new players. We increased the strength on the bench, and we made our front court stronger. We are so good right now. The only thing that we have to do is get 2 more players to start the season off with. We have to get at least 14 players to start the season off with, and we got that in the bag pretty much. All these names that we talk about out here, plus one of the young guys, and put them in the bench, that'll bring us to 14. We're sitting at 12 right now. Win a chicken dinner. We ready? I believe the Knicks is ready. We got a 10-man rotation right now. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens.
Yeah. This was I know I didn't see it not happening for sure. Only thing that made it feel that way, because of the Giannis noises out there. But I truly believe, these guys for the New York Knicks last year, shot power with this man right here who scored 18 a game last year. These dudes got us. They got us to 51 wins with a decimated bench,
right?
And a coach who with a coach some people didn't agree to. You know what? They didn't, but this dude was part of that 51-1 team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm telling y'all. Let me say this again. This young man was part of a team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals with a bench that was ranked 30th in the league. Now you upgrade the bench. You get Mitchell Robinson coming out the door, not 60 games into the season. You get Mitchell Robinson, like Shy Powell said, you got Mitchell Robinson coming in the door at the beginning of the season with Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson. That makes that team from last year even better. And now to put all your players under contract, all other than Mitchell Robinson and with his contract, you got your main core group of dudes under contract. They're not making 200. They're not making 240 million like Jalen Williams and all them guys. These cats, Jalen Brunson making 150 million, 160 million, whatever. So I do think that these cats really, really believe they could do something in New York. I see pictures of Cat looking stronger now, man. He in the weight room, him and Jaron Jackson Jr. and Nas Reed, and Cat looked like he just cut. You know what I mean? So these cats on a mission, ladies and gentlemen, tell you, they got a bad taste in their mouth. These cats, like, listen, we were that close last year, and we didn't get there. You know these guys coming out this year hungry. So I think having Mikal get back in the full shot powers and ladies and gentlemen, I just think it was the right move. Keep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Make this shit happen. My man CW Flash, I appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. CW, what's good? Posting for us, man. Appreciate that. Coach, what's good? Coach, good to see you. My man, what's popping? Doug Fresh in the building. Johnny Davis. Put the whole chat, man. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. You can see I'm amped. But I just thought that this was big for the Knicks to do what they did. And I'm just super excited about them. I'm ready to get the season rolling already. And, we still got some more stuff that's in the making for another roster spot and all that. We can get into that as well. So I'm super excited about this team, man. I got high expectations. I'm quite sure they do, and I think we're gonna be ready to roll this year, man. This team got better to me already, and I can see them getting even better as once they get acclimated to my man's system, and once these cats understand how to play Mike Brown type of basketball, to the Tibbs type of basketball. We got talent, man. We never question that. So I think it's gonna be an interesting, fun season. And listen, I'm looking for the Knicks to get there, man. So I hope that Mikal Bridges could be there, shop out. But anyway, congrats to Mikal Bridges, man. Real talk. I'm glad the brother got his money. Jalen Brunson did the right thing by taking less money for all his boys and get their money. I allow Anunoby, I allow my man Mikal Bridges, and I think it paid off, shop power. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, the guy came, you know, we talk about the 5 picks and all this other stuff, and all these boys we talking about we gave up for him that probably not even started college yet. So, I mean, he signed under what he could have really got or what he could have got next year if he would have super performed. Like if he goes out here this year and becomes any type of defensive player or makes the all-star team or anything like that, his contract could have been closer to $250-something million or something like that. So he took a major discount because I believe that this year, and this is for the whole team because this was his first year with the New York Knicks. Him playing with Cat, him playing with Josh Hart again, him playing with Jalen Brunson again, him playing with Mitchell Robinson, him playing with all the guys that were here last year again. I think he's going to be a better player this year, and I think he's going to be, something significant that he can occur one of these accolades that come at the end of the year, defensive player, team, or something that can really boost the New York morale and see how much of a discount that he gave us instead of talking about these 5 picks. In my opinion, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yo, Chop Low, what it do, my man? Salute to my brother. Chop, what's good, man? Good to see you, Chop. What's good, Danny, size 9. What's good, Rasul, everybody, man. Salute to the chat, man. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe for your brothers, man. I know it's been a minute. It's the summertime. I hope everybody doing well out there this summer, having a good summer and enjoying yourselves and being safe and all that good stuff, man. So, but yeah, we ain't here with the Mikal Bridges breaking news. That's what that was from earlier today. Shams Karina, like we said. But Shaw Powell overall, the cat. Real quick, let me put that up there, and then we'll move on from the Mikal thing. But Shaw Powell, you look at his numbers. It's over crib. But last year, he 18 a game. He went from 14 to 18. Stayed 3 rebounds. Like that's kind of different because he playing around more rebounding talent. Like them net teams wasn't no contender type teams. Or he was playing around people where his numbers could be what they were. But he had a good year last year overall, man. And his assist numbers was better in his career than it was because he had better players. PER was only 5.5% down, but I think that'll change with familiarity this year with these guys. But that you don't see that there no longer, ladies and gentlemen. That $24 million, this is last year with that. It was interesting to me, Shot Powers, real quick. If you look at, and I want to put that up there, this team's, this is 2027, pretty much cap hit for the Knicks. He'd be around 33 million, 33, whatever. But that's roughly with the only players that be under the main contract: Count, Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Yabusele, McBride, Daddy, Tyler Kolek, and Robinson, Alcaperdi, and Clarkson all of them be cap holders because they won't be signed like that. So the Knicks is still in a situation in a good place because Robinson's cap hold won't be there. Alcaperdi's won't, so I still think they got, and with him taking that money, a little bit, a couple of million off or whatever, it helps. Let's see what's going to happen with Tyler Kolek. What's going to happen with these other rookies who got these contracts next year? Because one of them, my man Daddy, the club option, obviously, and non-guaranteed is Tyler Kolek. So even going into next year, depending on how the wind blows, they're still in a good spot. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. I think they top heavy right here. They're probably pretty much about 160-70 million. Towns, I know about 99, about 100 million. Then you add Brunson and Mikal Bridges, that's about 70. So that's about him and Josh Hart. So that's around about 200 million. Yabusele, McBride, no guys. So I think they'd be okay because Yabusele got a player's option. He might ball out and have a good year and want to go somewhere else. Who knows? Who knows what he might do. But we got to see. It's going to be an interesting year for New York Knicks. But going into next year's 2026-27 season, I think they'd be okay with the Mikal extension. Because like I said, you would pretty much be in a Josh Hart contract could be up in another year. Who knows? Or something like what's going to go with that. So we'll see how it goes, man. But right now, they got the band back together, Shot Powers. Like I said, Mikal Bridges, assigned that attention. But I want to ask you a question right quick. This is not ask you a question, but what's your thoughts with Tyler Kolek? Because Tyler Kolek is interesting to me just due to the fact of where the Knicks is at as a contending team and what they're trying to do with that last roster spot. Do you think this is somebody that they might say, or you think they hold on to him? Or what's your thoughts on Tyler Kolek when it comes to play? He's gonna be the third string for what I'm thinking, from where the roster is constructed right now. Look like he's gonna be the third string point guard.
Yes, and if we're looking to, if there is a way that the Knicks are looking to make a trade to make open up a roster spot, that's the way to go by using Tyler Kolek. And an end around deal, dropping them into getting return two picks back, pick back or something like that. They can do a couple of things with him. The word is out there. He will be the third string. This is a big year for him. You know what I mean? I think that he's going to be on the team. I don't think he goes to the G League. I don't think they want to send him down to the G League and let him play in the G League this year. If he's going to play, he's going to play on the NBA level. Let's see what happens. I mean, I joked around earlier last season about Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? Thinking that Deuce McBride was going to, and he did get better. I mean, he did look better. He was a little more injury prone this year, so his numbers wasn't as efficient as the year prior. But as a homer, yeah, he played real good basketball last year. But his name could be out there too. You know what I mean? Deuce's name could be out there too. If we're looking for Pacone, his name could be out there too. If you want to end, these guys are on the contract, and if we're looking to move someone to fill in a roster spot, these are the guys that we have to consider to let go. We're not considering Cat going nowhere. We're not considering Mikal going nowhere. Josh Hart, and our major guys. We're not considering none of them going. If anyone goes, it's going to be those guys at the end of the contracts, like Hucker Purdy's, the Tylers, those guys like that. So anybody could get it right now. I don't think that they're going to let go. I think they're going to give him a little leash this year. I think if in my estimation, if the Knicks come out like they did last year with that smoking hot, five-starting first unit, and they could come with a great defensive-oriented second unit that can score, Tyler Kolek to get some minutes this year. So will Pacome will get some minutes this year. Purdy will get heavy minutes this year because the starters and the second unit guys will only get limited minutes because we in the fourth quarter. We're going into the fourth quarter. We have 26 points. So, if we have some more games like that this year, I think that those guys will have some more minutes on the court. You know what I mean? But like I said, those in the contract guys are all in jeopardy. You know what I mean? Because if we're looking to move for a bigger name or something bigger, then those are the guys that we'll be looking to move.
Yeah. I'm 50-50, and here's why I'm 50-50, because right now he's not even in a rotation. Right now, we haven't even finished the roster.
Right.
I'm gonna try to let you guys see where I'm at with why I can see this and why I can see that. Not that I wanted, this is why I can see it. He's already out of the rotation because of Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Vaselli, and Micah Purdy. So he's already out of the rotation. Now you're looking to bring in another veteran who can get some minutes.
Facts.
So now, if we hear the names like the Brogdons of the world, hypothetically, the Ben Simmons and all them, if you bring them guys in here, you're not bringing them in here not to play. So they got to play. So that puts you at 11 dudes in front of Tyler Kolek. And that means knowing that Deuce McBride is a two-way, he could play some point guard a little bit. Jordan Clarkson could play some two guard a little bit. But if it's Ben Simmons or Jordan Clarkson, whoever it is, if they can play that point guard position a little bit in a championship year, to me, that leaves Tyler Kolek down like the 12th man on the bench. I think that's the way Mike Brown would go, because I think that's what the Knicks want, trying to win a championship. So don't get me wrong. Unless he go out there and he spanked them at cats in training camp, they're gonna have to give him a spot. But right now, on paper, it don't look like he's gonna be in the rotation. Just on paper. Now that could change, though. Don't get me wrong. But because, like I said, this is a championship type of team going for a championship. They bringing in these guys right now who like listen, I understand what a lot of people think Tyler Kohler could do some ride. The Knicks ain't trading no Tyler Kohler, no do some ride. That's insane. That's insane. The trade Tyler Kohler go with Deuce McBride. I mean, the trade Deuce McBride over Tyler Kohler. I'm going to say you would trade Deuce McBride before you trade Tyler Kohler is insane to me. Deuce McBride makes $1 million more than Tyler Kohler. 80 years better on defense. Savvy with the, he's a good basketball NBA player. Can knock down a three ball around 37, 38%. I don't see how the Knicks will keep Tyler Kohler over Deuce McBride, and I would be upset at that because Deuce McBride, ladies and gentlemen, y'all might think I'm kidding. This might be one of the better Knicks this year just due to the fact he do not have the pressure no more of being the main man in the second unit. Deuce McBride don't even have to be the main man no more in the second unit. Now he got Carson to take that role off of him. You understand what I'm saying?
He can be spot-up shooter all day.
That man for $3 million, knowing that now you got a bucket getter like Jordan Clarkson in the second unit. He don't got no pressure now. Deuce McBride could be that 3-and-D guy that he is. He damn sure good at it. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, we was asking Deuce McBride on $3 million to be the best Knicks backup player last year. We put all that weight on Deuce McBride last year, and we didn't have nobody around him. Nobody. Been sucked it last year. Let's call it what it is. 30th in the league in scoring, and we expect a 3-and-D dude like Deuce McBride to take all that pressure and try to make it happen when you got campaign and you got, So I say all that to say Deuce McBride going to be one of the most valuable Knicks this year, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even have a problem with them starting him with Jalen Brunson. You talking about some wing defense for your ass, Deuce McBride, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. I don't have a problem with that. With Cat, if they want to keep Mitch on the bench, hypothetically, or they start Mitch. But I think people are sleeping on Deuce McBride now that he got a different role he could play because of the pressure's not on him no more. And my man Jordan Clarkson is literally a basketball bucket getter. So Deuce McBride is not a bucket getter; he's a 3-and-D guy. So I think the Knicks really gonna have a big year with him. I'm looking forward to see how he get down, man. Because I think the Deuce McBride I think this is going to be a year where he get to just go ahead and play his game, and I'm expecting them cats to get it, man. I'm big on Deuce McBride, man. So I don't say that like anybody can get traded. Let me put that out there. I'm not trying to say that the Knicks won't do it, but I wouldn't do it. I think Tyler Kohler is not valuable to my man Deuce McBride. I hate to say that, and I love Tyler Kohler. I love him, but Shy Powers, I don't know about that one, bro. For real. I mean, he can assist, he can create an offense, he can do all that, but he had a position where Tyler Kohler's in a bad position. Shot Power got the position he played, we don't need. I don't think we need it at his level if you're going to bring somebody in here. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're bringing somebody in here, ladies and gentlemen, then I think that tells you a lot about why the Knicks is bringing somebody in here. If Tyler Kohler could do what we think he can do, they shouldn't need no Malcolm Brogdon. They shouldn't need none of these dudes. If Deuce McBride could be that guy. So if the Knicks is doing that, that tells me that I don't know, bro. That's just my chain of thought from the way I see this thing going with the Knicks. Not so much what I think is going to happen. It's what I think. If I was the Knicks, I'm looking at what I think the Knicks is looking at. He made $2 million non-guaranteed. He right now he's not even in the rotation. And I love these guys, but it seems like they bad timing Shot Powers because you know why? We on a championship run. These are the type of guy we should have had when RJ came in. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I mean? Well, like Daddy A should have been part of that RJ McBride circle like 3 years ago. But now we don't have the game, man.
Javon, you're not lying. This ain't no let the rookies get out there and let the Pacones and all the you know what I mean. The biggest person that's going to have a big role this year, in my opinion, is going to be Hunter Purdy. I think he would have had more of a role last year if he would have stayed healthy. I think he would have followed his. I think he would have elapsed himself all the way into the playoffs if he would have stayed healthy and got better as the year went on. So I think he's going to be one of the big transitions from the younger guys that gets more rotation minutes than Tyler or Pacome. I expect Pacome to get some minutes, but not behind where he's going to get minutes. We got this guy that we want to see out there on the court and all that stuff, but where he going to get minutes? He's 6'7". He looks like he can shoot the 3-point. He looks like he plays some defense. Where you gonna get the minutes at though? Gonna get in front of Josh Hart? I don't think so. I mean, he gonna get in front of Clarkson, Yakiselli? I don't think so. So he's gonna be one sitting right next to Tyler, one to get in there and play some minutes. I mean, right now they got a solid 10-man rotation. And I mean, those two guys that we put on the outskirt, just on the outskirt, Tyler and Pacone. And we're gonna have two more guys that's gonna be on the outskirt too when we bring them in here. You know what I mean? We need to have 14 players. They're gonna have two more guys that's gonna be on that outskirt. The rookie guy that we bring in here and the veteran guy that probably ain't gonna get no minutes unless he all these older guys still want minutes. You know what I mean? They still want to play basketball, you know what I mean? So where we gonna put them? Are they gonna play in front of Deuce? I think Deuce is gonna have, like you said, Devon, I think he's gonna have a much better year. And hopefully if he stay healthy, I know he's gonna have a much better year because like you said, he's not gonna be focal point on offense in the second unit. He's going to be playing that stellar defense, and you're going to see everybody talks about this guy Clausen. Oh, he don't pass the ball. Oh, he don't grab rebounds. His defense is all that. Nah, I watched he ain't no OG Anunoby defense. You know what I mean? He ain't playing defense like Mikal did in the playoffs, blocking shots at the end of games. So I'm not saying he's doing all that, but what I'm saying is he follows the man till he leads you to the big man. When he gets beat, he leads you to the big man so the big man can recover for him. He also grab rebound and he assists the basketball. So he's gonna make Juice look. He's gonna make the whole second unit. Oh, if we're not paying the second unit is gonna have shooters in there. And I think Josh Hart's gonna have a better year this year shooting, not having so many minutes. We know why Josh Hart at the end of the year started bricking shots and all that stuff. He had that broken hand, that broken finger. So let's see if he could get out here and get better with his 3-point shot. We're gonna have a good team this year, man. And only thing we have to watch is Yabusele and Clausen get entwined with the other 7 guys that I just mentioned.
Yeah. You know, if you look at real quick, you look at Deuce McBride, ladies and gentlemen, like his stats, he doubled the stats there from the year before. 5.8 points per game to 9.2. 1.4 rebound to 2.5, 1.6 assists to almost 3 assists a game, PER with a couple of points. I mean, he's right where you need to be for a guy making $4 million and his contract goes down to $3 million. I mean, it goes down a little bit. So I think his value, listen, what I always say, shop out $1 million a point. If you're making $10 million, you should be able to score 10 points a game. $1 million a point, I don't care. He doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? And I think his production is going to be much better for the Knicks this year, man. I mean, sometimes the older you get, the wiser you get. This guy is a gym rat. He works hard. Nobody even thought Deuce McBride could do the things he was doing until, but them guys knew. So I just think that continuity, you can't underestimate the defense he played on Pritchard in that series, and the defense he had on helped with Kay Cunningham and all the guys in the playoffs. Even though his offensive number wasn't totally good every game, but Deuce McBride boarded on the defense side of the ball though, and he held a lot of guys in check in the playoffs. I think that's how we got by Boston. Pritchard only kind of got away with one really good game in the playoffs against us, Peyton Pritchard. You know what I mean? So I think Deuce McBride's value on the defense and the way his offensive production has increased, that's a steal for $4 million, ladies and gentlemen. You got guys who making $10 million, $13, $15 million, even putting numbers like that up. And I don't know how the hell they got it. So I think he's an important role to us for that money because, like I said, we cap strapped, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going out here getting all these guys you think we want to get, hypothetically.
Thanks.
But with Deuce McBride,
you got to fill out a roster.
Deuce McBride can do what a lot of $15 million players can do.
Thanks.
Bible Deuce McBride is he can do what a lot of $15 million players can do, ladies and gentlemen, at $4 million. And that's why you keep Deuce McBride on your team. His value for his money is outstanding, bro. Facts.
Yeah. He is his down. I don't want to say downfall, but his he was hurt a little bit more than he was the prior year. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I wanted to say. I think I said something. I think I misspoke, but I think he was hurt more than he was the prior year. Mm-hmm. So his production it seemed like it was down because he wasn't on the court. But yeah, how can you who you bring one of these guys over here who playing over Deuce? I I joke on X and all these other things when if y'all see me out there and stuff like I don't know if y'all do, but if y'all did, I joke by saying, "Are we getting PJ?" Because we already got 12 men that we ain't got time for right now. We're gonna get PJ and this young guy. You know what I mean? I joke when I say that, but who gonna get more minutes than over Deuce McBride?
Yeah,
Who we gonna bring in here that's gonna if we ain't starting one of these guys who because if we start somebody, then Mitch comes out of the starting lineup and Huckapurdy is one of those guys that's on the bench. Do we really want to do that this year? I don't know. And I mean, I ain't the coach, but I don't think they want to do that this year. I think the plan was for Huckapurdy to be more healthy last year. He got hurt. I think it was the meniscus or some in his leg. And, so if he can stay healthy this year, he's going to have significant amount of time. So who's going to get minutes? When we bring one of these guys, who we going to bring over? Anybody that comes here, more than likely, will have to probably start if we bring somebody over here. We talking about these guys. Who we gonna bring over here? Where we gonna put them? Where we gonna fit them? Sherman. I'd love to have Sherman back, but where he gonna go? Sherman gonna be sitting on the bench with Tyler Kolek and Pacone Battier and Pacone. I mean, he gonna be sitting on the bench with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, the roster is pretty much set to me, ladies and gentlemen. I think that the rotation is damn near set. Let me put it like that. The rotation is pretty much set in New York. Now it's all about. Do you bring in somebody in that fit that last roster spot that might shake that up? Before I see Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, either Huckapurdy or Mitchell, whoever. That's all I see. I don't see none of them dudes playing before them. Right. Here. That at the New York Knicks bench. They are not going to break up that continuity when they just got to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the team they rolling with. Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart. That's a gimme. That's a gimme. Them three. Yabusele, pretty much a gimme. And I think Huckapurdy, the only spot is that Huckapurdy spot. Are they going to ride with Huckapurdy, or are they going to slide Mitch over there, take Huckapurdy out the rotation and do something because they're bringing somebody else in here? Like say, let's hypothetically they're bringing a Malcolm Brogdon, or they're bringing a Trey Lyles, or they're bringing a Ben Simmons, whoever the hell they bring in here. One of them dudes coming in here to play. They're not going to bring them in here just to let them ride the pine. I don't think you bring caliber names like that to shake up all this stuff if they're not going to play. So if they do bring one of them dudes in here, who goes out of the rotation? Is it going to be Huckapurdy, because you might say, well, Mitch might come in and play the five. It's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we brought up this segment with the Tyler Kolek thing, because if I'm Tyler Kolek, I'm like, listen, man, I want to go somewhere where I could play. You know what I mean? And because you come in the NBA to want to play, and it's not his fault that the Knicks is in championship contention. You know what I mean? It's not Tyler Kolek's fault that he on the team where these cats got a chance to go to the finals. They are contenders. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes, man. But I think Deuce will have a big year this year. Shout out, the pressure's off of him. I think he's going there and play his game. The cat works out every year. He's a gym rat, and it's good.
You seen Cat? You seen the picture? You seen the new picture of Cat? Cat looked like he was up north. He looked like he was in Attica, like this on the barbell, like this, trying to get. You ain't seen the new picture of Cat? I don't know. Maybe it was me. Maybe somebody chopped. Maybe somebody chopped it up on X or whatever. I seen it on. But Cat is like this now. Cat under a white beater. He look like.
Yeah, he look good, man. I mean, that's what they do.
You seen it, right?
Yeah. Jared Jackson Jr. and Nas Reed was working out together. Yeah. Hey,
okay.
Give a shout out to the one of the OGs as well from a podcast perspective. Josh, AK Uncle Fulio, was in the chat. Was good, Josh.
Uncle Fulio.
Talk. I agree with you, Josh, man. That was a big sign for the New York Knicks, man. I think that's going to help Deuce McBride in so many ways, Josh. Bringing Jordan Clarkson to take that pressure off of Deuce McBride, because he's not a Jordan Clarkson type of player. And, we asked Deuce McBride to carry a second unit where he's not even on that level. But he's worth his money. But now that young man don't got to work with Jordan Clarkson. He ain't got to worry about it. Now he could be Deuce McBride now. And I'm loving that, man. I think that's a big addition to this team. Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele, and Mitchell Robinson. The reason why I say Mitchell Robinson laid down, because he did not start the season last year. So think about this year. We came into the season last year We won 51 games out with Mitchell Robinson playing 3/4 of a year, and we didn't have Yabusele, and we didn't have Jordan Clarkson. We still won. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it, man.
And two games away from the playoffs.
Right. No, not from the playoffs to the finals. To the finals.
Finals, I mean. Yeah, finals.
Yeah, so I say all that to say that we got a good team this year, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about this team, man. And listen, and as much as y'all hate it, a lot of y'all hate it, but listen, 80%, I'm going to say not even go there. Even if it's 50-50, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm still I don't give a shit. Y'all can beat me up later. I'm telling y'all, this is what you call low risk, high reward, Shot Powers. Let me hear what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Low risk. Not Ben Simmons at $30 million. Not Ben Simmons at $25 million. Not Ben Simmons at $15 million. Ben Simmons talent at $2 million. And if it didn't work, you just waive him. But that talent, though, undeniable, bro, what he could do for the Knicks. Because he could play almost 4 positions. His defense is there. And on a team with Jalen Brunson and these guys, and with a Mike Brown, a better structure. This ain't the young Ben Simmons 4 years ago or 7 years ago, whatever. I think this is hopefully a more mature, older Ben Simmons. But I think
29, right? 28, 29. He's older.
21 to 23 to 26-year-old. It ain't even 26-year-old Ben Simmons. Played with Ty Lue last year. So I think when you get around certain time, think about the career he had. Brooklyn, the dad was a circus. Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, that shit was a circus. He finally get to come to a structured team with a bunch of talent on it, and all he got to do, he ain't trying to come here to be the man, Shot Powers. He not looking to be a superstar. He just trying to come and help a team. I'll take that 7-7-7 all day in New York because I think he'd put the numbers up in New York. He put up 5, 6, and 5 last year, but I think in New York with that talent, I think he'd put up 7, 8 points a game off the bench, or maybe 6 or 7 assists and 6 rebounds. That's phenomenal. So I know that's it crazy, y'all. I know everybody ain't down on Ben Simmons, but let me tell you something. You cannot deny what that man could just fill in a void for the Knicks. I'm not even advocating, but I don't have a problem if the Knicks bring Ben Simmons here. I'm not mad because it's low risk, but high reward. We don't got too many dudes who could play how would I say? Remember, this is a 3-time All-Star dude here, Shot Powers. You know what I mean? We're not asking him to come in here to be the man. We're not asking him to come in here to outshine nobody. We're not asking him to come in here. All we ask you to do is just go out there and play basketball. The reason why I'm only speaking about it because the Knicks are acquiring about it, not Divine now. Divine is not the one acquiring about Ben Simmons. The New York Knicks organization is acquiring about Ben Simmons. So, but all I'm trying to do is to let y'all see why the Knicks are going after him. That's all I'm trying to do. I can understand why the Knicks are going after him. Because for $2 million, for $3 million, Ben Simmons might come in here and play a $15 million contract type of year. The man got talent, ladies and gentlemen. So even if you brought him in here, that means let's hypothetically say Mitchell Robinson comes to the starting lineup. So now you got Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, Ben Simmons, and Yabusele. Here's what you're getting. You're getting a dude who can defend the basketball, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need that man to score 1 point. I don't give a fuck. He won't score a bucket. He don't even got to score a bucket for the Knicks. But what he will do, if he's playing just basic basketball, Ben Simmons can defend. I mean, he can defend too. I mean, he can defend. He can pass. He can rebound. He can push the pace. And what Mike Brown want to do, push the pace. Let's forget all the hyperbole shit about he's this, he's a cancer, he don't play enough game. Fuck all that. $2 million? Who gives a fuck? You think what? His talent is there. So I think that Shot Powell, I would have to say, if I were the Knicks, if Ben Simmons was on the Knicks today, I wouldn't even I'd be happy to motherfucker. I really would.
Divine, I'm gonna say this too. I could see him on the team, no question. If Ben Simmons wants to re-energize his career, if Ben Simmons wants another big contract, you know where Ben Simmons goes? He go to the New York Knicks. You want to know why? Because of all the things that he has around him to make him a better looking player will elevate what he can get on the market. If he comes over here and he scores 6 points, but he's 11-9, either in rebounds or assists, he has done his job. And I believe those 11-9, if it's in rebounds or if it's in assists, either way you want to put him a night, he could get that with the starting unit and on the second unit too. Him pushing the pace, like you said, Divine, what he does very well to get the ball to the outlet, to get the ball to the middle of the field, and it takes up the possessions from Jalen Brunson to have the ball in his hand. This way, Jalen Brunson now can have his catch and shoot option. Now he can go back to 42%. Now he can go back to that because he pushed the pace. Jalen Brunson trailing off to the side. You get to Jalen Brunson, he's in rhythm, he shoots, he knocks it down. We didn't see that much this year. Last year, what we seen is Jalen Brunson getting double and triple team where he couldn't shoot that shot that often because he had 4 or 5 different players a night playing on him. That'll be eliminated with Ben Simmons. Yes, is he a liability? Well, we all say that Mitch is a liability. He's about the same liability as Mitch. He doesn't shoot, which Mitch doesn't shoot, but he can rebound. Mitch Robinson rebound. He can put the ball back in the basket if he's by the basket. He's 6'10". The guy can put the ball in the basket. He could dunk. He can put it back in the basket. He aggressive. He can't shoot, but he can put it back in the basket, and he drives to the basket. So I'm down with it. I like my personal. I like Malcolm Brogdon. Right. I'm a more Brogdon type of dude, but put Ben Simmons on here, and we talk that's these guys out there in the atmosphere. But putting Ben Simmons on the New York Knicks, I start him. Me, I've been saying this for how long? I'll start him with the starting unit and put Mitch on the. Yabusele had to eat it. You know what I mean? He'll be back there with Pacone. All the 3 guys, the 2 guys we're talking about right now, Tyler and Pacone, he'll be sitting back there with those 3 guys. I mean, with those 2 guys.
Yeah, real quick. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what I just said. Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, right? Josh Hart, Ben Simmons, and Yabusele. He's not taking nobody minutes but Haka Purdy minutes. And Haka Purdy ain't no motherfucking Ben Simmons. Let me put that out there right now. Haka Purdy nice, but he ain't no Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Listen, so my point is, for $2 million, let me tell you something. Name a person that you can go out there and get right now better than Ben Simmons for $2 million. That's available. I'm talking about that. Not who you want, who you think. No, that's available on the market. Who is available on the market right now that the Knicks could bring in that could do what Ben Simmons could do, or Ben Simmons can't do what they could do? He might not.
And let's be clear, right? Is he a free agent or a buyout? Wasn't he on a buyout?
He's a free agent.
Free agent. So come on, man. $2 million. I think we could still trade him at the trade deadline if he a bust. Come on, man. Come on. And because in my opinion, I don't think nobody's Ben Simmons. I think he'll get some minutes. No question. Starting unit, first unit, starting unit. How he'll get minutes. He's gonna have to get minutes. So they're gonna have to. Come on, I put him on.
Listen, the New York Knicks tie 120-120. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute left on the clock. Knicks tie 120-120. Or they down 120-118. And you need a defense stop. So you say, I'm going to put Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons, and Deuce McBride to get you a stop. Hear what I do. The New York Knicks is down 118-120, and they need a defense stop to get that ball back. And you put them 5 dudes on that ball. That's why you go get a dude like that. His value is just like Deuce McBride value. Deuce McBride valuable for $4 million. Ben Simmons is valuable for $3 million, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 3-time All-Star. This ain't like this cat don't got no talent. You know what I mean? It ain't like he ain't got no talent here. You know what I mean? We can shit on the dude, but damn, you know what I mean? You cannot not deny what he could do for the Knicks because we got a lot of offense, ladies and gentlemen. We still need defense out there in the second unit because now you got Deuce McBride. Now you got Deuce McBride and Josh Hart. Depending on if Mitchell Robinson there or not, them your best defenders in the second unit. Deuce McBride and Josh Hart. Clarkson's not a good defender. Yabuselli's not a good defender. And how can Purdy get you a block shot here and there if he's starting? Ain't none of them dudes in that second unit better defender than Ben Simmons. None of them. Not Deuce McBride, not Josh Hart. None of them dudes in that second unit better defender than that man over there, Ben Simmons. And you could take that to the bank. And Deuce McBride, one of the better ones in the league. Ben Simmons is that elite on that side of the ball, ladies and gentlemen. So his $2 million worth alone, his defense. His defense alone is worth $2 million. That's how good he can defend the ball. And he can do other things as well. Playmaking, all that. I mean, you talk about that, that's low risk, high reward type shit to me. So I would have to bite on that, knowing that I'm trying to get to the championship shot, Powers.
and just to say this, the Knicks is not like we sit here talking about Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons has a choice. All right. It's not like it's only the Knicks looking for him. Who else looking for him? Boston. It's like 4 or 5 of the teams. I didn't forgot, but I know Boston was one of them. Come on, let's not act like Ben Simmons is garbage. All right. I mean, he has had some bad years because of some stuff in his life, and he got broken down by, in my opinion. I hate to talk out loud like this, but Philadelphia, I just say that, and then I'm gonna leave Ben Simmons. But now he's 29. He ain't that 22, 23-year-old, young man. He's a grown up now. You know what I mean? He's a grown up. So I for $2 million, Ben Simmons.
For real.
In my opinion, I'm starting him. I'm putting him in that starting lineup, and I'm putting Mitch in the second unit. Let's get it.
That's a win to me. That's a win-win. And I'm not even advocating to bring him here. All I'm saying is I can see why the Knicks want him. I literally can understand why the Knicks want him. And here's another reason why. You could put him on anybody in the average power forward and small forward.
The switch defense on him. Yeah.
Can you imagine? You don't have to burn Anunoby out all the time. You don't have to burn Anunoby out when you got guys like Ben Simmons who big just like Anunoby. The man is 6'9", 6'10", ladies and gentlemen.
Switch defense, no question.
Defense alone helps Anunoby out, helps McHale out. When we were talking about when you got guys like Cade Cunningham and all these guys in the league who can come down here, we do.
Facts.
This dude can help defend them guys.
Facts.
Defend them. And that's my whole point about him. It ain't about the man because, it's about what he could do for this team. And all I want the New York Knicks to do is get to the finals. That's the main goal. I don't care who it is. They could bring in Brogdon. They could bring in Ben Simmons. They could bring in James Dolan's nephew. I don't give a fuck. But he will help us get to the finals because his talent is worth that money. It's worth that, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about it to me. There's no doubt about it. So it's a low risk, high reward. But, Brogdon I love. I think I'll take Brogdon over Simmons in a heartbeat. Like, I would take Brogdon over Simmons.
That's right. That's what I would.
A heartbeat, no question about that. But I still can't deny the talent that young man got. I just can't deny it. 6'8", 6'9". You can't teach size, Child Power. You can't teach size. The man 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", can do the things that a lot of guys at 6 foot this can do. And I think he's still young. It ain't like the dude's 37 years old. The man is 29 years old.
28, 29, something like that. I don't think he's 30 yet. I think he's 20 and 29.
Yeah, he in his prime. It ain't like the man burnt out because he ain't been playing a lot. So it ain't like his body worn down and burnt the fuck out. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
I would take a flyer on him. I'm not even gonna lie. When his name first came out there, I thought him starting in the lineup on the New York Knicks will make him a better player. It'll change he wouldn't even have to go in front of the media, none of that. He wouldn't even have to. He could deny good media and bad media. Just be like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Because he's going to have a lot of good media shot. In my opinion, I believe that with the New York Knicks, he's going to, with them on the team, what could I'm assuming, but I think he's a good enough player to make Cat better, to make Brunson better, to make OG and Mikal better. And could you imagine OG, Mikal, and Ben Simmons playing defense? You talking about backup defense for Cat and Brunson with those three guys? Come on, man, switch defense now. Yeah, you can let Jim Brunson. You can switch off of Brunson because on each side you're gonna have either Mikal or Sims. So they cover him. You know what I mean? In the backcourt, you have OG and Sims or Mikal. Cover Cat. Come on, man. Come on. I'm just saying, I'm not advocating for him because I like Brock, but I think we need someone to back up Brunson when he's out. That's what I think. I'm not saying that Deuce can't do it. I think Deuce starts. I mean, I like the way we talked about it earlier with Deuce starting, and now you can have Mikal. Now you can have Brogdon and Clarkson in the backcourt with Hart. You know what I mean?
My point is with the Ben Simmons thing is start Deuce and Bride. Just start Deuce.
Facts.
Really start Deuce and Bride. You put Jalen Brunson, Deuce and Bride at the 2. That's the reason why I want Ben Simmons in there, because now we got a guy like Jordan Clarkson who can be the bucket getter.
The bucket, unit. And someone that can control the pace.
Yeah, he's a bucket getter.
I feel you. You
start Deuce and Bride, Jalen Brunson, Deuce and Bride.
With the junkyard dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel you.
Now for everybody talking about the Ben Simmons and Josh Hart, no. Jordan Clarkson going to be your primary bucket getter. Yabusele will get you buckets, and then Josh Hart will get you buckets in his way. But who going to get them dudes that ball? Ben Simmons. Who going to give them that ball on a fast break like Mike Brown want them to play? Ben Simmons, because that's what he do. He can rebound off. He can get the ball off the rebound and take it up the floor.
Yeah. How good Ben Simmons gonna make Mitchell Robinson look? Just saying.
Yeah, he's a pass
off the alley oop. Maybe we screaming for Mitchell Robinson. How you think? I'm not saying he that good, but I think Ben Simmons could get in that second unit. I think he could get 4 or 5 assists a night, easy. Just saying. Listen. You can probably get 2 of them off a Mitch. Just driving to the hole, throwing it up. Yeah, he can't shoot, but Josh Hart can shoot. Now we know why he wasn't shooting that great. Now we all see he got that big bandage. He had the finger. I'm just saying.
Hey, John Powell, you know what I'm reason why I say? And listen, the Knicks ain't stupid. Why would and ladies and gentlemen, why would the Knicks want Ben Simmons if they didn't think that he can help them?
Facts.
It ain't about all this shit that we talking. Why would the New York Knicks, who's the ones spending the money, who's the ones making the decisions, who's the one who want him? We don't want him. They want him. The New York Knicks organization want Ben Simmons. Why do they want Ben Simmons? Not Divine want Ben Simmons. Not Shaw Powell want Ben Simmons. Why do the New York Knicks want Ben Simmons? That's all I'm going to leave it there. I'm leaving it there. Why do why the New York Knicks want Ben Simmons? For some of the same reasons I just said, and the reason why I can see why they want him.
Facts. Ditto. I'm with you, Divine.
Ben Simmons is an asset, ladies and gentlemen. His talent alone is an asset. And I think around a championship type of culture,
Facts.
That's what I hope. Not the crazy shit in Brooklyn with the KDs and the James and all that shit. I'm talking about around a championship culture. Not the shit that happened in Brooklyn when he was with Cam Thomas and all that shit with Mikal. No. I think Mikal Bridges probably like, listen, I've seen this dude in practice every damn day. Mikal Bridges probably about for that dude. Mikal Bridges probably, listen, I think we should bring on. And I think a lot of other Knicks see the same thing because he's talented. You can't teach that. He's talented. Got talent. And what wins in this league? Talent. So I'm with it. If they bring him in happy form, Trey Lyles, a small power forward, played under Mike Brown last year. Last year in Sacramento. Main shot power Mike. Trey Lyles can shoot the ball pretty good from occasionally from downtown, but obviously Malcolm Brogdon is another name out there. Landry Shamet, all as well. So the good thing about it, they do have that spot to fill, Shaw Powers, and hopefully they can whoever they bringing in to fill that spot to pay dividends, because we got high aspirations for this team, man. The Knicks looking to go there, ladies and gentlemen. They looking to get to the promised land. They are. This team they built this team to do one thing: win a ring. They got close last year, and I think they got better to me. And they feel like they got another viable contract they could bring in here to make a difference. If they don't think it's going to be the young guys that we got, don't get me wrong. It's not about not liking Tyler Coley. It's not about not liking Daddy. It's not about not liking Muhammad Dewara. It's not about liking McCullough Jr. It's not even about that. It's just that where the Knicks are, Shaw Powers, as a contending team. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of championship contending teams playing a lot of young guys. Am I right or wrong? That's through the NBA history pretty much, unless they uber talented. But you don't get a lot of it, though. So that's what makes you wonder about the young guys we got with the way they going about this thing, knowing that they on a championship quest. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, it's finals are nothing for me. I don't give a shit. Finals or nothing. You didn't fire Tom Thibodeau to not get to the finals. Mike Brown got handed a Bentley, not a Toyota Celica, not a Toyota Camry, not a Toyota Camry. Mike Brown got handed a Bentley, ladies and gentlemen. So he got to get us to the finals. He inherited a supreme roster, Shaw Powers. So if Tibbs got us 2 games away from the Eastern Conference Finals without a bench, now he got a bench and Mitchell Robinson at the beginning of the season. Mike Brown got to get us there, Shaw Powers. For real, for real.
Like you said, Divine, a Bentley, man. Phantom. He ain't get no Toyota Celica and not like that. So, ain't no put together. Ain't nothing that you got to put new rims on and change the door. Nah, this is finely tuned right here, man. 52 win. This is fresh to death. So let's see what he can bring out. I think that and there's a lot of things about how we went about getting Mike Brown and how we touched base with all these coaches. That was all in the past, and the Knicks did their job to put the word out there that the Knicks, just the New York Knicks, baby. We letting everybody know, we like you. If you want to come over here, no, okay, your team ain't letting you go. You sure? Oh, okay, all right. So that's what happened, and I think that Brown is, I think with his style of basketball, if he can do any repeat of how he played with when he has Sabonis and these guys over there, I think we'll have a good team. I mean, I think the team it's not so much of what I think his coaching is going to be. I think what he's going to lay out is what the New York Knicks absorb, what they bring in, because what he gives out, if they bring it to the court, they already fierce. We keep talking about it. We called this team this. We were so mad at this team last year. We almost called them trash with a 51-win team last year. The team we some Knicks fans was talking about the team like they were so bad last year. We had 51 wins last year. Like we were garbage last year. We were two games away from the finals. Like we were doo-doo last year. And what we're gonna do now this year, that we have a full roster of healthy guys that played last year together, and everybody wants to get better. I watch when we all start seeing more pictures of guys working out and stuff like that. Look how their bodies look. Look how much more toned they look. Look how much more in shape that they want to look like they did. The New York Knicks last year had the #1 health team last year, and I hope that continues this year. Because if we come with a healthy team, that we can have guys out for monetary time, not extended time, you're going to be fierce this year, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do. 3 new players in the starting lineup. I mean, in the rotation this year. Let's get it.
Yeah, and numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. And no matter what we say, the numbers speak for themselves. They speak for themselves. The New York Knicks came into the season last year with no Mitchell Robinson, no Precious Achiuwa, no Landry Shamet.
Thanks.
The season, they played the whole season with a bench that wasn't prolific in scoring. Last in the league in scoring off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Not like I said, a lot of reasons like Shaman, these guys didn't get to play the whole year because they were injured, even chewing them. But now this year, they come in here hopefully with Mitchell Robinson playing not 20 games this year. Let's say you give him 65. At least Mitchell Robinson can come in this year at the start of the season, not 60-something games into the season.
Right.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Big difference.
That's a big difference. Why? Because that's 5 or 6 or 7 games he could have won with him. Maybe Cat wouldn't have been in the foul trouble a lot of times beginning of the year because we had him and Mitchell Robinson could have played together, took a little bit of pressure off him. Let him go out here and be that stretch big when they need him to be, let Mitchell Robinson hold down a rebound and blah, blah, blah. That's big. So now you bring in Jordan Clarkson, who averaged around 16 a game over his career off the bench. We didn't have a dude in our bench last year only scored 11, 9 was Deuce McBride. Now you got and Precious Jordan numbers not going to be what Yabusele's numbers got a chance to be. He's a better three-point shooter. He shoots 37% from downtown. Josh Hart now got a possible chance to make that bench even stronger. Now the bench gets stronger. You just added Josh Hart, Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson to a Knicks bench last year that had Campaign,
DeLon Wright.
Yo, I see.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Now what does that do? When our first unit go out for a break, we don't lose leads, or we don't start trailing. We don't start giving up leads because we got guys on that second unit who might can get you some buckets and also can defend. So I think that bench this year. Let's say if that bench we got this year gets to Shaw Powers top 15 or at least 15 or better. We were 30th last year. So if the New York Knicks bench go from 30th in the league last year, they can get up to the high teens. That's all. That's the primary goal, is to get the bench from 30th in the league to at least up halfway higher. I think that's outstanding to me. I mean, to me, that's making your team better. That's all.
Divine, I think that we, all right, this guy scored 14 points this year. Yabusele scored 9 points this year. Josh Hart do 8 points this year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We better than we were last year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We already talked about 28, 20. We were screaming all year for the second unit to get 22, 23 points. We're like, they get 22, 23 points, be good. Wanna know why? Because the starting unit used to score almost 100 points a game. If the second unit got 20-some points, we would blow teams out the box, and I think we'll do that this year. I think we'll be a more consistent second unit with just the guys. And once they formulate a plan, once those guys get together and start really working together and getting their niches together, they're going to be, once they get well tuned, because none of these guys really played with each other last year, other than Josh Hart and Deuce. I mean, Yabusele didn't play with us last year. Clarkson didn't play with us last year. And Hagapurdy did play with us last year, but he got hurt. I mean, so he didn't play a full season with us last year. So that makes a difference. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That makes a difference. So only 2 guys that really come back from the last year team, you know what I mean, is Deuce or Josh Hart. You know what I mean? Josh Hart, and it depends on if it's Mitch in the second unit now, or who's going to be. If Deuce is in the starting unit, then it'll be Mitch. So it makes a difference. I think they can even change that up every night. If they want to put Mitch and Cat in there, they want to put Yabusele and Cat. If they want to put Mitch and Yabusele, I don't know. Whatever, they're going to have some ways of playing basketball that's going to be amazing this year, because this, if not one, a solid 10-man rotation this year, if we could get all these guys over 65 games a year, because with them all being, with the 65 games apiece, all in that, we're going to get about 60 games this year. I think we can, if my guesstimation, I'm guesstimating, just those increases in that second unit is going to make us a better team. Like you said, Devon, we ain't going to be 30 this year. We're going to be, if we 28, we better than we were last year.
Yeah, the good thing about it to me, Sharp Howard, real quick, we're going to get out pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen, is this here. So instead of our team, our first unit scoring 95 points a game, now we might need to only score 85. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Because our bench got so much better. Listen, I guaranteed you, just off his hustle alone, Josh Hart averaged 10 points in the second unit of the game.
Facts.
Just off not only his extra rebounding and fast break points, But if we knock down a couple of threes in the game, get you an up or down point, Josh Hart can literally get you 12-13, and Jordan Clarkson get you 12-14 or whatever off that bench.
I was being nice by saying the numbers,
Yeah,
but yes,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Deuce, I mean, depending if it's not Deuce, you're still talking about yeah. So that's another 10, 11 points. I mean, 8. I said 8, but even if those guys do 8 apiece, I mean, that's still more than we did all last year. 24 points, 25 points from them 3 guys. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's being nice.
Yeah. Listen, I for real quick, here, let's look at it this way. Last year, the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, was top 5 in the NBA scoring. 3/4 of the year, they was top 3 in scoring the whole year.
Facts.
The whole year last year, the New York Knicks starting 5 was top 5 in the NBA. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? And now they got a chance to be even better because they brought in a little bit more talent and they more healthier. Mitchell Robinson starting to see that's not about Mitch, but listen, if a New York Knicks player misses a shot in that game, he got a chance to clean up a rebound. We didn't have that for 60-something games, ladies and gentlemen. If Josh Hart or Jalen Brunson miss a shot or anybody, Mitchell Robinson there to get you an offense rebound, maybe a putback, maybe kick the team out of repossession, another rebound. I mean, that slows the other team down for being in their offense. So just having that through the whole year, Shop, is going to make a big difference for the Knicks. But I do believe Jordan Clarkson offensive capabilities, it's going to help the Knicks out tremendously because they got a guy who's a scorer. They didn't have a scorer on the bench last year. They had shooters. Knicks had shooters on the bench last year. Jordan Clarkson is a scorer. Big difference.
He's gonna have. I believe he's gonna have a phenomenal year this year. That's what I'm what I hope for. I think he's gonna, with how the hoopla. Are you listening? You see some games. You see what he could do on. I think he's when. Last year I joked about this a lot, but it is the truth. When you play against the Knicks, you step your game up for the Knicks. Now that you are Knick, every Knick so far that has left the team, has had pretty good years. Not everyone, but a lot of the last ones in the last couple of years, 5-7 years since Mitch been here. That I don't want to say since 5-7 years, but maybe about five years or so have left and prospered. The IQs, the Grimes about to get big money. OB, RJ, these guys made some good steps. The guy from the Celtics that went to the Celtics, the backup center, all those guys like that have prospered to say that. So if I think Clark's gonna come in here and want to ball, you in the Mecca, baby.
Cook.
You in the Mecca, man. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's those things that I've seen in last year. He stay healthy. I think he's gonna be in the run up in the 6-man award this year. I think he's gonna be up against it again because he could do it like that.
Yep.
He's a microwave, man. He's not the best defender, but he ain't a bad defender. Now he ain't no turnstile, but he ain't the best defender. He ain't no like I said, OG Anunoby, like he'll cut you off and make you go another way and pass the ball. He ain't that, but he ain't no bad defender.
I'm gonna tell you what's so interesting about him, Jordan Clarkson, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that man doing? That's why you got to be careful. He in a contract year playing for a contract.
Facts.
He playing for a contract, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
He came to New York because he knew, number one, they got a championship type of roster team. I'm playing for a contract, and everybody in their contract year tried to get it popping. Now I'm out of Utah where they trying to build around Laurie Market, and I got Jordan, and I got all these guys. I could come here and fit in. Don't try to be the guy. Don't got to outshine nobody.
Right, because I don't have to be the guy. I go, you're right, Devon.
Just get in there and be a part of this team. He ain't got to outduel nobody. He ain't trying to be better than nobody. All Jordan Clarkson's got to do is come to New York and be that man off the bench to get the Knicks some buckets. That's it. The New York Knicks were 30th in the league last year, and that's why they brought that boy over here. That's why they brought Yabusele over here. That's why they still looking for some more stuff, because our bench didn't have a guy like Jordan Clarkson who can get buckets. We had shooters like Deuce McBride was a shooter. He wasn't a bucket getter. So on and so on. Shaman and what's his name? Campaign. Them all shooters. Jordan Clarkson is a bucket getter. He's a scorer, and I think that's going to pay dividends for that 30th in the league scoring bench. Yabusele can knock him down for 37% from down there. He can get buckets in the transition. Josh Hart can get you buckets and do what he do in transition and blah, blah, blah. I think his three-point shot was better last year until, he started messing with a finger injury. So they got a lot of good things going for them in that second unit this year they didn't have last year. By far, this is a way better bench than we had last year. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do, what Mike Brown going to do. And here's the caveat, ladies and gentlemen. That shit don't mean nothing. They don't put it all together. The Knicks, if Mike Brown and that team don't put it all together, they going to wind up 7th in the Eastern Conference, as far as I know. But they don't have no 7 in the Eastern Conference talent. New York Knicks got number 1 in the East, 2 in the East talent. They finished up there last year. So why wouldn't they do it this year? When you got teams like Boston and a lot of them guys going the other way. You got Orlando ascending. You got the let's say Detroit should possibly ascend. That's a give or take because they lost this and more than this. But you got Atlanta Hawks who made some good moves. But right now you still can't put out nobody in that East over Cleveland and New York right now. I think they're the 2 top teams in the East. I think Orlando, depending on how the Desmond Bain thing work out there, because they always had a problem with that offense type of game, and they had one of the best defense in the league down there. Jamal Mosley got to help with defense down in Orlando, but at the same time, they offer now with the Wagner and my man coming back. It's gonna be interesting, man. I want to see how this is going to get down, but I really want to see Mike Brown open this thing up, Shop Howard. Just open it up. And I think he will. He got a certain type of style. God, what we think about Mike Brown is a 399 winning percentage, or 499, something like that. No, he's got a higher percentage winning percentage than Tibbs do. You know what I mean? The cat been in coach some of the biggest players in the league. I mean, what I mean by status wise, the stature wise. He done coached the LeBron James of the world. He done been around Steph Curry of the world. He done been around a lot of the higher echelon team. He been with Steve Kerr for so many years. He did a damn good job in a Sacramento Shop out, but they just didn't have they just had a defense players other than Keegan Murray and a couple of other guys. But he still did a good job with them. So you know what I mean. I think he's coming here with a talented team. Let's see how it goes. I'm expecting him to get it popping. I'm not taking nothing less for the Knicks this year. I don't want to hear shit. They better get it popping for real. This ain't no excuse right here. And I think this team is much better. We'll see, man. I really hope that having this band back together is going to be important, man. So I think they did a good job of signing Mikal today, giving him his money. He earned that. And let's see. Anunoby got his. Everybody's locked in, Shop Powers. Jalen Brunson got his extension. Anunoby got his extension. Mikal got his extension. Cat still got some good years on his contract. Josh Hart got a year, 2 left, whatever. So they locked in for a couple of years. Like a la Boston, a la OKC, all these teams who keep their Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, all these guys been together for 3 or 4 years. So they, that's a good thing because the continuity is important. This team will be better next year alone, Shop Power alone, just by continuity. Just by continuity alone, they can be better than that.
Facts.
Up there, man.
That's facts.
Yep.
Let's not get it. Let's get it clear and thrown out there early. If the season starts off a little rough, a little sour tone, a little mellow tone, if you're not liking the way it's coming out and all that stuff, let's give Brown at least 20 games like we did Tibbs. Usually we start off slow, and I don't think that he wants to start off slow. I think what the type of basketball that he wants to implement is the push the pace type of offense, and let's see if he can get that done. I think that he has enough players on the team that he can implement that type of basketball where Cat's not trailing always at the end, where Cat can now move around and be a little bit more agile, you know what I mean? And Brunson can have more spot up 3-point shots, you know what I mean? Open spot up 3-point shot, knock down 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? Give it more hiatus to Mikal, driving to the hole, and also using that the corner 3-point shot with him, but definitely utilizing that mid range for him. And OG, that's to go crazy in that starting unit. I'm I'm amped for this team because of what they did last year. And one great point that you said today, Divine, this year we don't need that starting unit to do 100 points,
Yep.
79, 80, 84 points. And now
85.
we talking about the second unit. And the second unit now is scoring about 30 to 40 points a night. Now we cooking. Now the chicken's in the oven. Now we cooking. And I like that style of basketball because you said it earlier about being 30th, and if we could get to the teens, if we get to 28th, we better than we were last year. So let's see what they can do. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be way higher in a lot of stats this year than last year because of the way this guy wants to move the basketball.
Yeah, facts. I do too, man. I think a lot. You know, listen, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I feel confident and positive about this team because number one, they are who I thought they were last year. Even before the season started, I had 55 wins. Let's take this into equation. No Jalen Brunson for 16 games. Deuce and Bryant probably missed 20-something games. And I know we missed a couple of here and there. Mitchell Robinson missed 65 games. I had him at 55. They won 51. And that team is not – this team this year coming in better. And not only on top of that, Mitchell Robinson coming in at the beginning of the season, not at the end of the season. So you got to say this team is better than last year by a long shot because Jordan Clarkson and him and Yabusele alone make our bench better. And adding Mitchell Robinson to that equation, I just think that this team is stronger than last year. Coming out of the gate, if they all play, coming out of the gate, this Knicks team stronger than the Knicks team last year. I think we had a good start in 5, but I don't think we had a good overall team. I don't think our bench was 30th in the league last year, like we keep saying. But I think this year our bench got a little better. You know what I mean? And I think it's gonna pay dividends. I really do. You know what I mean? Like I said, we'll see, man. You never know. You know, there's a lot of other teams got good in the NBA this year, ladies and gentlemen. But I still got Knicks creme de la creme in there, ladies and gentlemen. We was riding that wave all year long. Knicks finished where they finished at for a reason. Every team in the league, everybody get injuries and everything, just like the New York Knicks, they all play the same schedule. They all play the same schedule. All 32 teams in the NBA, just like the New York Knicks, all play the same schedule. They all go there, go through their peaks and valleys. And the last 4 teams standing, one of them was the New York Knicks. That's all I can say. Indiana Knicks, OKC, and whoever OKC beat to get to the finals. They were the last 4 standing out of 32 teams last year. And I expect the New York Knicks team to be in that 4 again. I expect the New York Knicks to be right in that 4 again. Because when I look at the East, the only threat to me really is Cleveland, and Orlando is starting to catch there. Much as we always talk about the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young, and then we still be whooping their ass. You know what I mean? So I really think that this team is going to be pretty good. Anything can happen through the course of the season, ladies and gentlemen. People can get injured and all that stuff. And a lot of stuff could derail your season. But knock on wood, the Knicks stay relatively healthy, shot out. Like you said, no major injuries. We might have a guy miss a week or two. That's understandable. It's the NBA is rigorous, and we get it. But if this team stays relatively healthy, coming out of the gate with the talent that we got this year compared to last year, I like our chances.
I tell you, Divine, it is we are already better than we were last year. You know what I mean? Just by the 10-man rotation that we have to our tutelage right now. Beginning of last year, we did not have Mitchell Robinson. We did not have Shamuth. We did not have Precious. And we didn't have them for the first quarter of the season. None of those guys. And we end up with 51 wins. I mean, we played the started minutes. The starters played the most minutes in the New York Knicks ever in the starting unit. I'm not going to say ever, but, you know, it was playing 37, 38 minutes, 1, 2, 4, 8. We was ranked up there top 10 in minutes played for the starting unit. This year, I don't think that'll happen. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that you'll see the guys playing more than 35 minutes, you know, way under 35 minutes, especially if these other guys on the bench pop. So I'm ready to see what happens this year because with Clarkson, with Yabusele, with Mitchell Robinson starting, that's like 3 new guys right there. And I think we're gonna fare better in the beginning of the year than we did last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially under the salary situation, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we could want a lot of players now that we know, but it's which a salary cap affords you, allows you to do, and with the way the Knicks salary cap is structured right now with the team, I think they did a damn good job. I think because they locked in, yeah, they got their core guys. That's who they're gonna roll with for the next 3 or 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's who they rolling with. Jalen Brunson, Anunoby, and he got, unless somebody get traded because of a monster trade, all they got is under contract. Them the guys who they want to roll with. Them the 4 or 5 guys that they want to roll with. Cat, Brunson, Mikal, and Anunoby is they big 4 contract wise, and the Knicks feel like that's their core. And I'm good with that because that's what teams supposed to do. You can't keep trading players in and out every year, and you ain't developing no continuity. I don't think the reason why OKC got the win activity because all them guys played together. Like I said, Boston the year before that because all they guys played together. Steph carried them because they played together. We finally got a team in New York that can be around for 2, 3, 4 years at least because all of them lease on 4-year deals that got a chance to grow and develop together to win New York Knicks a ring. That's all. That's where it's supposed to be, especially under this new CBA thing that's going on. The Knicks did a damn good job locking down that team. That's a good team we got there, ladies and gentlemen. We got two emerging superstars. One of them, Cat and Brunson, the alphas. We got 2 alphas on our team, and we got some guys right a tier below them that could get down. Anunoby and my man, obviously, Mikal Bridges. So we got some solid guys there. And then you got Josh Hart and all these other ancillary players like Sean them say that fill in all them other roles to help this team be that big wheel. And I think they got a lot of good spokes in the tire, man. And I'm really anxious to see the Cats get a pop in this year. Ain't gonna be easy because every year it gets hard when to win a championship. You got to get it while you got a chance to get it because it's hard to win in the NBA. A championship. But now with all the how would I say everybody so equally there, parity. With all the parity in the league, when you got an opportunity to win a ring, you better go for it. Because this shit's just and we ain't won one since 1973. It's time for the New York Knicks to get a ring, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. It's time. It's been too long for the New York Knicks not to have a banner hanging up in that garden. It's been 50-something years. We need a ring in New York City in the worst way. And right now, when Knicks got to do whatever it takes for them to get that ring, they close. They right there. They are right there. A better bench last year, maybe, or whatever, you never know. So we got to go and get it popping. You know what I mean? Got to go there and try to win this thing, man. I think they got a team that can get us there. I really do. I really believe they got it. And who's to say what can happen at the trading deadline? Who to say what can happen at the trading deadline? They're in a good position, Shaw Powers. Now, I'm going to leave it as that, man. I'm going to let Shaw get in. I'm going to get some word. But I like where we at, though. I'm excited about this team this year, man. Mitchell Robinson coming back out the door, out the gate. I'm excited about this team. And Mitch, my boy, and I could imagine if he would have been here last year from the beginning. But like you said, the best availability is availability. So he wasn't available. But now he's going to be available at the beginning of the season. Let's hope that Mitchell Robinson can stay relatively healthy. And in all fairness to Mitchell Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't come back from an injury and be the guy you was before you got injured. And y'all got to keep that in mind too. The man came back and injured right before the playoffs started. So you got a 60% Mitchell Robinson or a 70% Mitchell Robinson. He got better as every game going back. Can you imagine now Mitchell Robinson coming in the training camp, having a whole off season to get his game together?
Whole workout this off season.
Yeah, right. He got a whole season to work out, ladies and gentlemen. He couldn't do that last year for the Knicks. So now he coming to the season healthy, got a chance to get better in the off season and get more healthier. It's gonna be interesting to see how it go down in New York. Whether he be here or not, who knows? But that's a big that's a big a cog to have in that wheel coming into the beginning of this season. Mitchell Robinson is going to help these Knicks. Him and Deuce Bride going to have a good year because I think that Jordan Clarkson takes the pressure off him, like we said earlier. So I'm looking at this team to get it popping, man. But like I said, if you don't bring your A game, you can fall to the wayside. You can fall to the wayside if the New York Knicks don't bring their A game. Like we say every game when we on a pregame show, they can get their ass kicked. So Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson, Big Cat, and them cats better bring their A game because they are now the hunted. They used to be the hunted. The New York Knicks is now hunted. So when people, like Shaw Powell say, when people come to play the New York Knicks, they get up for it. But now it's even more crazy than that, because now they got aspirations to win a championship. So you know they coming out at you now. So let's see how it goes. I got the New York Knicks doing the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't tripping. I don't give a how negative y'all want to be. I got the New York Knicks doing the damn thing. They will be. I thought they would be there last year. They was there. I think they'd be there this year. They're gonna be there this year. The numbers don't lie. The talent don't lie. You know what I mean? They don't. Jalen Brunson 20 something, whatever, Cat 20 something 7, whatever. They numbers don't lie. They put the numbers up literally. Shout Powell, the Knicks won 51 again. They did do that. They were third in the East the whole damn year, damn near. One for a couple of injuries. They could have done. They got Boston at the second spot. One game, they were about 3 or 4 times. It was one game behind Boston. Then something happened. So let's see how it goes. Boston won't be in that equation this year.
I can listen to the naysayers and all the stuff before the years coming. And I mean, whatever they want to throw out about the new coaching and all that stuff until it happens. I'm confident in what the team did last year. Mm-hmm. And I mean, never did I come on last year at all, at any case, no matter who was on or off, that I think that the Knicks was going to win. And I am going to remember, I'm going to do the same thing this year, because I think this is a very, very good team now. They have did some things now that's going to bring them cohesion. The things that we talked about last year, all the stuff that we talked about last year, you're going to hear a whole lot of that stuff coming up again this year, because it's going to be better. We're going to see better outlooks, in my opinion, on the court with these guys right here. And I can't wait to see it. And we've got stronger in the bench. That bench now is a very strong bench. Clarkson, Yabusele, Hart, that's a strong bench right there. You throw Harker Purdy in there, that's a strong bench right there. So let's see what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You even will see maybe some minutes from the other two extended guys on the court, and Tyler Kolek and Pacone. So let's see if we can get them some minutes if these guys get out there and start blowing teams out. I'm ready for the smoke, man. We didn't have no team last year. I mean, we had no bench last year. We made 51 wins. Yeah.
Yeah. Without him. Yeah. I'm looking for it. Listen, man, it's all good. We just, us, man. We just try to look at it from a perspective of this here. Either you root against the team or you don't root for them. You want to do good or you don't want to do good. I want the Knicks to win a championship, and that's all that matters to me. Everything else don't even matter. I don't give a fuck who they bring in here. I don't care who they bring here. Long it's time for New York Knicks to win a ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it really boiled down to. I don't care what players they got. I know it's time for New York Knicks to bring the New York fans a ring to the Orange and Blue Brigade. It's just that simple. It's that time. You know what I mean? So I don't care who they bring in here. I just know that we need to get a ring up in this place. It's been a long time. We too much of a historic franchise to go this long without winning the championship in one of the greatest cities in the world, if not the greatest city in the world, or the greatest fan base in the world. Shit, it's time for them to bring a ring home, man. What the fuck? Everything else don't even mean nothing. Because what we gonna do if they don't win that every year? We gonna come on here every year saying they should have did this, they should have did that. They don't like this, they don't like that. But once you win that ring, though, all that smoke go away. All that smoke.
Facts.
Right now, we've been eating smoke for the last so many years until Tibbs and them took over and got us in the playoffs and got us being relevant. Prior to that, we've been eating smoke all for the last 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. And now we got a team that's standing on the cusp of winning this shit. And we just got to go and win it. That's all that matters to me. That's why I'm a Knicks fan. That's why I'm a content creator. That's all that matters. Everything else ain't nothing but noise. Knicks need to go out there and do the damn thing, Shop House. So let's see if they can get it popping, get closer this year. If not, get there, get it close enough to make it feel like it's on the horizon. If it ain't this year, it might be the next year. But we need to know that this organization is building up towards something special. And I believe we got a group of guys with high character on that team that can get that done. I really do. Let's see how they do. How they do it. Give me a last word, my brother, and we will get it on.
Yeah, Divine. Great show, man. I think sometime in August they'll drop something else to make us start talking a little bit more about them. Bring in whoever they're going to bring in here. If it's Simmons, if it's PJ Tucker, if it's if it's whosoever they're going to bring in here to fill this roster spot up, so the Knicks can suck the oxygen out of the NBA and so that we can have something to talk about. So I'm with it, Devon. I'm great to have a show with you today. I'm over here half listening, half trying to get this food down before I'm eating late. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it in and stuff like that. But thank you for having the show today. Thank you, the family in the chat for coming in here today. Hit them like buttons for you brothers, man. We'll be back. Always going to start getting more. It's only 8 weeks away before training camp. I think it's like 7 weeks, 8 weeks. It's not long. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, we just in here chop it up, man. You know, we let go off a while ago, but sometimes the conversation gets good. But listen, man, we on, man. We ain't going nowhere. We here, man. We locked in all year, every year, man. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep it moving.
And me and Devon did not plan on wearing these outfits together. Don't even think that we did not plan this. All right, we never do.
Great mind, think alike. That's my brother on the other side.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
But listen, man, thank y'all for coming in, man. Real talk, man. Listen, the passion is important. The energy is important, man. And let's hope that our team. Let's hope our team be better than they were last year. That's what it all boiled down. We just gotta hope that New York Knicks is better than last year, and we don't have that taste of mouth that we had this year. Let's hopefully that if we had that taste of mouth, let it be in the finals, or don't let it be at all. Shit. You know what I mean? But either way it go, we want the cats to be at their best this year, man. I'm looking forward to a good season. And the reason why I didn't throw the link in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, at that time, everybody who normally would come on, we was about to get up, but we just kept running our mouths. So forgive me for that. But y'all know y'all always welcome. The door is always open, man. Listen, this episode 7 out the way, Knicks off-season talk. Me and Shy Power. The big news, ladies and gentlemen, Mikal signs an extension this year.
Right.
6 years, $150 million. He's locked into contract with the New York Knicks now. So let's see if these guys can keep this band together and play some good music for this year, man. See if they can make it feel good about ourselves. But until then, my brother, Shy Powers, my man. Hey, listen. Y'all make sure y'all hit the button for your brother and have a good week and stay safe out there in the streets, man. If you're out there, man, y'all stay safe out there and keep enjoying your summer. So far so good, man. Pretty good summer. Not too much going on, no different than the other, but so far so good. Been a really peaceful summer for me, Shy Powers. Stay grinding. Obviously, got to stay on the grind. But so far, everything's so good, though.
It's been beautiful for me. I haven't took this much vacation in a long time from off my job. And only thing in New York area today was like 7 feet of snow, 7 feet of rain that rained today. Wow. It was like typhoon and tsunami coming down today. Every place on where I'm at was flooded. So aside from that, it's been great.
Yeah, real tough, man. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. We'll see y'all on episode 8, maybe sometime next week, whatever, man. We'll drop something in the joint. Just to have some conversation to keep y'all engaged and keep ourselves engaged with you guys.
All right.
Until then, man, peace. Appreciate y'all coming in. We'll see y'all in the next one, man. We out.
You're ready, Devon.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo, Devon, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk 3 games popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, word is bound with Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, what's on tap. But God, no talking vibe. And report, keep myself doing the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. That's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat. So we Nick dripping. Nick feel, we fit the description. It's the OG, Ola and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real talk.